for Panthers fans only is a sports podcast intended for mature audiences and contains profanity as well as extremely spirited conversation. What you see and hear are the sole opinions and depictions of each individual, not at all inclusive of the entire cast or any guests associated with our show. Thanks for tuning in, and always remember to stand on business.
What are you looking at me for?
I mean, you got something to say. Go ahead.
I honestly don't have much to say. I will say one thing. Today, I'm not in a fucking joking mood. Refer to the tag at the beginning of the podcast for the profanity. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you, don't speak, bro.
No, I just need I need help real quick before we start. Just real quick. Can you turn me down just I just need to come down a little bit. My shit is hot.
My apologies. I didn't adjust it before we started.
All right.
Are you good?
Yeah, that's good.
Would you like to start?
I mean,
Because I don't. This is for Panthers fans only. If you're not familiar with the show, this isn't usually the energy that we're on. But I mean, as of the last 2 years, you can assume that when we do our game reviews, this is what the fuck, our life is as Carolina Panthers fans. This is my co-host Terrence, behind the camera Tavian. He wants to be in his little fucking pussy ass cowboy shit. Cool.
I can't rep my game for a hard fought win.
Like I said, I'm not in a joking mood today. A lot of shit pissed me off Sunday afternoon. I spent hours and hours on the baseball field on Saturday and Sunday just to make sure my schedule aligns, that I get off by 12:25. So the 35-minute drive I take to go home, is worth something to turn the TV on at 1 p.m. to watch a bullshit football team produce.
I know you were happy the first drive.
At a bullshit rate. But like I said, I'll let you take over. I mean, I was happy the first drive. Weren't we all?
Did you scream, "We can beat anybody in the league" after the first drive?
No.
Oh, okay, because your co-host did. No. He ran out here and said, "We could beat anybody in the fucking league."
I'm assuming he was under the
nope, not yet.
Nah, that was before I got started. That's just how good I was feeling. I was like, oh, that shit looked too easy. We can clip anybody. But, I got brought back down to reality rather quickly. But, I mean, honestly, it's the same thing that I said on the game preview and got slaughtered for. I said, what did I have our score prediction at? I had them putting up 24, 26?
Yeah, something like that.
And then you told me it was hard for you to see that they could put up that many points, that I was a Panthers hater, all of this shit. But like I said, I'm here to give y'all the realistic facts and, the trajectory of the game. And like I said the same exact thing Friday. I said the reason that they will beat us is because we have no pass rush, and Caleb Williams hasn't looked great at all throughout the duration of the season thus far, but we have no pass rush. Their offensive line is god-awful, but we don't even have a pass rush to really expose that. And if you give any quarterback in this league all day to sit back there and pat the ball without any pressure, then they're going to light you up. And that's exactly what Caleb Williams and the Bears did. It was times where I seen him stare down a receiver, and in the league, that's not something you can do. They'll pick that shit off quick. There was times where I seen him stare down a receiver the whole duration of the play and just be so comfortable to where he can let this receiver run his full route. I mean, and just, throwing the ball, easy touchdown. Did it with DJ Moore a few times. There was times where I seen us actually get pressure and have him scrambling around the pocket, and we just can't make the tackle. He looked like he was out there playing flag football as a 18-year-old playing against 6- and 7-year-old kids. The way he was running around the pocket, we're diving on the ground, looking stupid. Ends can't keep contained. So it was just an all-in-all, terrible day for the team. Defense looked, god-awful. Couldn't stop the run. DeAndre Swift got whatever he wanted every time he touched the ball. They put Roschon Johnson in. He did the same thing. Like I said, Caleb Williams did. He looked like the Heisman nigga that he was at USC. Just made him look a lot better than what I think he is. DJ Moore had himself a day on us. Like, I'm sure that he was happy about that. But, like, it was just a terrible effort. And then for everybody to go out injured, like, it just makes everything even worse. It was a hard game to watch after the first drive. This offense looked like a Bryce Young-led offense. It's just like I was telling Tavian earlier before we started, it looked like we were scared to even challenge their DBs at all. Like, I barely seen any shots down the field. Just very subpar. Everything just looked very nasty from coaching standpoint, play on the field, just everything. All aspects of the football game, it just looked bad.
I personally really don't have much to say. And I always say that before I go on a 15-minute rant. So just bear with me. First things first, I want to tell the viewers the Carolina Panthers season is officially over. 6 weeks into the 2024 season. No matter how tough I was on Bryce Young, no matter how much I vocalized a certain hatred for him just because shit went the way it did last year, I think that my stance was always, I don't like the guy. I don't think that he'll be successful in the NFL, but I hope for the Carolina Panthers' sake that he is what everybody believes he can be, whether it be people on his cast, whether it be other people in the fan base, whether it be all of these experts and analysts that said that he was the consensus number one pick. At the end of the day, my stance never wavered on that it would be in the Carolina Panthers' best interest for Bryce Young to work out. Obviously, we know how that situation has played out. And I said in 2020 or 2021 when this show first started, and it literally was just me by myself, that the decisions that Dave Tepper was making during that season with allowing Matt Rule to continue to run this franchise and do the things that he was able to do, that if he continued to go down that path, that the Carolina Panthers would be set back 5 to 7 years. And unfortunately, that's the reality of the situation. This team will not be competent. This team will not be competitive, et cetera, until very bare minimum 2026 to 2027. All right, so because today I'm really not in for the optimism. I'm not here for the bullshit. Like, I'm just gonna tell y'all really, really what time it is and what the situation is. Honestly, because just if you sit back and look at this situation, it's really just completely fucked off, fucked to hell, completely. If you're Dan Morgan, and I know I've been extremely vocal about Deontay Johnson and all of that shit, everybody in that locker room, with the exception of 4 or 5 names that I'll go down the list, is for fucking sale. Every single player. Because there's no end in sight. That's number one. So if you're a Carolina Panthers fan and you feel optimistic about anything, even next year, I hate to tell you, you're completely out of touch with reality. Completely out of touch with reality. Everybody is for sale, with the exception of a couple names. Chuba Hubbard is a demon. Why he's only getting, 13 touches? Is that correct? Is that number accurate? Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't. I can check. Oh,
it's because you're always playing from behind.
And that is okay, and that's cute. And that's the same thing Dave Canales told me to. But I'm just not going. Because we're not playing behind the whole game. We went up 7-0.
Yeah, 13 carries.
13 carries. We went up 7-0. And I'm pretty sure that first drive he had 3 or 4 carries. So you can't tell me that the rest of the fucking game, this nigga can only garner 8 or 9 touches. I'm just simply not going for that. I'm just simply not going for that shit. I'm not. So why he only can get 13 touches is beyond me. For the rest of the season, bare minimum, I need to see Chuba Hubbard touch the ball 20 times. Bare minimum. That's the only time you have a chance to win. Simple as that. So Chuba Hubbard is going to make the cut. J.C. Horn, I mean, if I'm him, I really don't understand why I'm going to be in Carolina. I have the ability, the Carolina Panthers have the ability to pick up his 5th-year option next year. If I'm him, cool, you can pick that up, but just know after that season, I'm gone. So I would say J.C. Horn, you don't trade him. He makes the cut. Derek Brown, even though he's dealing with a season-ending injury, he makes the cut, and then your two guards. Everybody else should be for sale. Obviously, not including running backs, or excuse me, not including rookies, because I mean you're just simply not moving off of your rookies. But everybody else should be for sale. I mean I don't think I've ever, for one, this defense is just simply historically bad, and I will take accountability, and I will give y'all credit because y'all told me the second night of the draft Dan Morgan fucked shit off, and I was stuck in my ways because I was like, you know what, no. I think we're going to be okay. I think we're going to be okay. And I'm not going to be on no hate and shit. But I will tell y'all that Bryce Young plays a significant part in the Carolina Panthers being in the situation they're currently in. I will tell y'all that. I will tell y'all that because if he was halfway fucking decent and competent, my tonality might be a little bit different. It might be. Because I will say that this front office did what it was supposed to do by surrounding him with weapons. They did that part. Now, the defense, obviously, that's a completely different situation. I think that the defense looks totally different with Derek Brown and Shaq Thompson not tearing their shit to pieces within the first 3-4 weeks of the season. I think it looks completely different. You may feel differently, whatever, cool. You can feel however you want to feel. I personally believe the defense looks different. But that's neither here nor there. What triggered me on Sunday? I was triggered by a lot of things on Sunday. First and foremost, the reason why my stance was what it was about Bryce Young was because I felt like the nigga was a fucking beta, a bitch-ass nigga. That's number one. And then when I go and listen to the interviews and they ask him, you know, what's been keeping you going? What's your motivation going forward in the season? The answer is, I'm not externally motivated. Okay, fuck nigga. So why are you here? Why are you here?
What's wrong with that?
Nigga, that shit is soft as fuck. That's beta-like thinking, nigga. If you're not externally motivated, then what are you motivated by? Because you don't got your job snatched. So you're not even motivated to get your job back. You're not motivated to be successful. You're not motivated to move this franchise. So cool. Get them the fuck gone. Because I'm tired of all of the think pieces every fucking week. I'm tired of Dave Canales having to spend 5 and 10 minutes per press conference being grilled by the media about what's going to happen with Bryce Young, why he decided to put him in at the end of the game, all of that shit. I'm sick and tired of it already, bro. I'm sick and tired of it already. So that soft-ass answer pissed me the fuck off. Something else that pissed me the fuck off on Sunday. Why is your middle linebacker that is supposed to be this dog, let Dan Morgan tell the story, why after the game is he telling us and the media that he didn't realize that it was 4th and 1 when he came up with the 4th down stop in the, third quarter? Shit like that. And see, this is when y'all think that, like, you know, like I'm a fucking maniac. This is when y'all try and paint a picture of, like, JJ just being crazy and emotional. But I look at small things like this, bro. That is a fucking red flag. That's a problem to me. That is a problem to me that your middle linebacker doesn't know down and distance. That is fucking alarming. I don't give a fuck if he's a rookie or not. And excuse the profanity. That is a fucking problem.
Well, you can relate that all the way back to really the first game when they had the miscommunication on JC blowing the coverage.
Had another one this past week.
Yeah, so
I'm sick and tired of seeing that too, and all of these dumbass bullshit excuses.
Yeah, so it's been miscommunication with the defense throughout the duration of the season, irregardless of the injuries. The injuries have been bad and added enough on top of that. But then when you have to come out and then the team just doesn't know their assignments, like, it's just guys aren't ready to play, honestly. I'm interested to see how practice, like, is going because, like, guys just simply aren't ready to play.
Nobody lack of preparation.
Nobody knows their assignments. Nobody knows the plays. Nobody knows the situations. And also, I mean, we can attribute that to a lack of leadership within the defense, being that those two guys are out. But at the same time, it's just like I said a couple weeks ago, it's back to the basics. It's mental football. Like, it's mental shit that's messing up the team. Like, for anything, you should go in there prepared. Like, even if you know you're lacking at the talent standpoint, Like, you at least have to go in there and know what you're supposed to do on any given play. So, I mean, that's going back to week 1.
Yeah, and that was alarming to me before even week 1. When Xavier Legette stepped on the field and told us that he wasn't ready, practice number 1, and I'm going way back, but he told us that he just felt like he wasn't in his playbook enough and he wasn't prepared enough. That's a team mentality thing.
Well, not to go back to this and keep harping on this, but maybe this is why you play some games in preseason.
I'd agree. And that I've already admitted on this podcast before, but I'll say it again. Another situation where I was wrong. Because this team just simply is not good enough to just dick off live reps as we can see. As we can clearly see. It's just, I mean, and like I said, I don't want to get too long-winded because honestly I could just go on and on and on. But when I woke up this morning, I was met with the unfortunate reality that the Carolina Panthers, I mean, this team and this organization is just completely fucked off. It's completely fucked off. You know, it was fun while it lasted. We had a blast in Vegas. I'm glad that I was able to see the only Carolina Panthers win that I believe that will garner this whole season. Phenomenal experience and trip. I still think Andy Dalton is the best guy for the job currently because the offense does, even though it looked subpar, as my co-host mentioned earlier, yesterday, or Sunday rather, I still believe that he has what it takes to conduct the offense properly and get the ball out quick enough for our playmakers to make plays. But in that same breath, our playmakers have to make plays. Deontay Johnson completely MIA yesterday. Jalen Johnson took his fucking heart earlier. That's number 1. Number 2, I don't understand why J.C. Horn is not trailing DJ Moore every single place he goes on that field.
Yeah, I didn't understand. I seen a lot of the times he was lined up on Rome or like Keenan Allen. Wow. And I'm like, and they have Mike Jackson on DJ Moore. I'm like, I don't understand this from a matchup perspective. It doesn't make sense, especially when every other game from this point on, you had DJ Moore taking Devontae Adams. You had DJ Moore on Jamar Chase. I mean, you had J.C. Horn on Devontae Adams, J.C. Horn on Jamar Chase. And then all of a sudden, we just decide to not put J.C. Horn on the best receiver on the Bears.
It makes no sense.
Like, to me, that didn't make sense. And honestly, now that we're talking about all of this lack of preparation from the defensive standpoint, like all of this missed assignments, like miscommunication, when do we start holding EJ accountable?
I don't. I personally don't.
Why?
Because, I mean, you can only do so much with what you're dealt, bro. I heard the shit today. 2/5 of the Carolina Panthers starters, offense and defense, are currently injured.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
I mean,
that's true.
What can I do about that if I'm EJ?
You can't.
I seen that narrative on Twitter yesterday, and it pissed me the fuck off.
Well, you can't do nothing about that, but you can't do something about guys not being prepared. If we're gonna be shifting around blame, I feel like nobody can escape this. Like, you can't help that players have gotten injured, but you can help when your players aren't prepared to play in a football game.
Can I though?
Yes, you can.
Because I cannot make you be in the I can't make you be in the film room.
So why the fuck are you in the game?
I can't make you be in the playbook. I can't make you go the extra. I can't make you know down and fucking distance.
Either way,
I just simply can't.
Some blame has to come back to him because why are my DBs not? Why is there no communication on who's supposed to have who? Why is J.C. Horn not lined up on DJ Moore? Why do guys not know their assignments where they're supposed to be? It's either, I mean, even if you're saying, like, I can't make you be in the film room, I'm personally not going to let somebody just go out there and blatantly not know their assignments and not pull them out the game.
So, what's the alternative?
You
pull Trevin Wallace out of the game. What's the alternative?
The alternative is we have another linebacker. He might be dog shit. We might not know who he is, but there's somebody else that can play that spot because I refuse to let you go out there and embarrass me. It's already enough that we don't have the players. We don't have the bodies. Guys are injured. Our main guys are injured. But one thing you're going to be prepared. So a part of that blame has to fall on him.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I understand where you're coming from, but I just don't agree with that opinion. I think it's a talent standpoint. I think it's a talent thing. And there's only so much preparation that I can do as a coach until you have to step in as a player and go above and beyond. It's really just that simple. I can't take. Unfortunately, as a coach, I can tell you down in distance, but like my nigga at the NFL level, I shouldn't have to tell you down in distance if you're the fucking middle linebacker and you're the green dot. I shouldn't have to tell you that. That is a problem. That's deeper than EJ.
Well, you're going back to down and distance, but what about the fact that DJ Moore or JC isn't lined up on DJ Moore? What about the fact that every time there's always a miscommunication with the DBs, or there's always some kind of miscommunication with the linebackers and guys don't know where they're supposed to be? It would be different if guys were just missing tackles, which we have seen that.
Which is a fucking problem.
And we can't blame EJ for that. But he has to take some of the blame for guys being out of position, because it's something that they're not understanding, that's not clicking. And in the NFL, it's really only a certain amount of defenses that teams run. So it's not like something that's super complicated. These guys all went to big-name colleges. They didn't lose that ability to be in the right place at the right time overnight. So something's not clicking. If he has to dumb it down for him, then that's something that he has to do. But some blame has to be shifted on him just based off the fact that guys don't know their assignments. When it's a talent standpoint, that's something different. I let him escape blame for that. When it's missed tackles and shit like that, he can escape blame for that. But not guys not knowing where they're supposed to be on the field when they're supposed to be. Down and distance, Trevor Wallace not knowing that, he's just fucking dumb. That has nothing to do with EJ, but some of the other shit, assignment-wise, he has to take some of that blame for me.
Yeah, I think that's actually a very fair middle ground in y'all's debate with that, because coaching definitely has a big part to play in, like, why would your number one corner not be trailing their number one receiver, unless you were under the belief that for whatever reason Rome Odunze was their number one, in which
Keenan Allen. I mean, the thing about it is, like, I have a problem with JC not trailing DJ, but with a team like this, I can understand it.
Yeah,
because you have Keenan Allen on the other side and you have Rome Odunze on the other side whenever they give different formations and looks.
Because you can make the case that Rome would have been considered their number one just in the fact that Caleb loves throwing it to him. Like, that's his favorite target. It's up to this, I guess, really up until yesterday. Truthfully, that was his favorite target of the season coming into the game. So that would be the only thing that I would try to rationalize for why EJ may have not placed JC Horn on DJ, but it really doesn't make too much sense, though. I do agree with Terrence on that point.
Another thing, if we want to talk about coaching, and as a rookie head coach, I give you some leeway. A nigga like Frank Reich, I can't deal with shit like this, right? Who else?
Matt Rule.
Yeah, a nigga like Matt Rule, I can't. I can't give you this leeway. But another thing that triggered me on Sunday is one possession. Matter of fact, this is consecutive possessions. One offense, one defense. We get penalized for 12 men in the huddle. That almost made me break Yak's TV. Literally.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. I'm not going to lie.
Like, because it's like elementary stuff, bro. It's like elementary things. Like, I mean, you're hard pressed to tell me that I can't take a damn high school out of the area that we're in and roll them out on Sunday and tell them, hey, man, I need 100% effort, wrap up, know the fucking down and distance, and 12 of y'all don't need to be on the field at the same fucking time. And I guarantee you they can do it. And if they can't do it, they're going to do the best that they can do to show me that they're making the effort to do it. Just mental lapses, lack of preparation, lack of fucking talent, and just completely injury riddled. I don't even know. Like, honestly, I don't even know if the rest of the Carolina Panthers games are watchable for the average fan. Me personally, I'm going to continue to watch because I have a responsibility to you guys. But, I mean, to be quite frank, if I wasn't doing this, I would just find something better to do with my Sundays, or just completely focus on fantasy, or just completely focus on betting or something else. But, I mean, the first drive, cool. And then really up until...
I just looked. I don't even think we scored on the first drive. I think it was a punt. It was the second drive.
The second drive. So really, I mean, halfway through the second quarter, all the way through the end of the game, if you're an average Carolina Panthers fan, the shit was damn near unwatchable. Like, honestly. And I mean, there's really just no end in sight, bro. This is probably, I would say, last year, I was hopeless for the season itself. I was hopeless for the 2023-2024 season. I was just hopeless for that particular season. But in the back of my mind, I was just like, everybody's telling me that Bryce is just godsend, and he's just simply that nigga. So I understand that he just needs another year to develop. We'll get things right, weapons, etc. Right now, this is probably the most hopeless I've ever been as a Carolina Panther fan. There's absolutely no hope in sight. There's just no light at the end of the tunnel. We're literally, the Carolina Panthers are doing this shit completely wrong if I do not see at least 3 or 4 trade notifications by the deadline. Just completely fucked off. And I'm not even the guy that tells you to load up on draft capital and do this and that. I'm not even that guy. I believe if you have talent in-house, you keep it in-house. But there's no point in trying to keep Deontay Johnson, because I can guarantee you, if he has the ability at the end of the season to go elsewhere, he will do it. We saw it with Frankie Louisville last year. We offered the nigga more money. Nah, I'm good. I'm just going to go up, a couple 100 miles north, and I'll be solid with DQ and them. And now he's on one of the better teams in the NFL, and he continues to look like one of the best linebackers in the NFL.
Well, lucky for that take, Rashee Rice just has been ruled out. Breaking news. He has officially been ruled out for the rest of the season, so that frees up a pathway for the Chiefs, who will now need to acquire a wide receiver.
Cool. Come get Deontay. Come get Thielen. That motherfucker wants to play for y'all anyway. He's fucking fanned out. Fuck him. I'm done. Honestly, I'm done with everybody on this team, bro. And I love the Carolina Panthers. I love watching the niggas come slide. You know what I'm saying? I love just everything about the team. But unfortunately, this just simply is not going to get it done. It's just simply not going to get it done. And I don't know what's going on from a training staff standpoint. I don't know if strength and conditioning.
I keep telling y'all it's the same dude from Matt Rule's coaching tree. The same guy, the head strength and conditioning coach.
I don't understand how every single season this happens to us. I don't understand how every single season this happens to us, bro. There has to be some correlation because this is just relatively new to me. Like, over the past 3, maybe 4 years, this has been a fucking issue. But every single season, it feels like we have niggas getting injured, and not just getting injured for a week or two. We have niggas going down for the season, for the year. Taylor Moton, it sounds like from what I listened to on Dave Canales' press conference Monday afternoon, it sounds like he's going to be down for about 3 to 6 weeks, maybe even longer. Because he said, the window that we got is just so wide that this and that. Like, trying to do that political shit, man. A real nigga, he going to hear that and he going to know automatically Taylor Moton is probably on his way to IR. Probably on his way to IR. Austin Corbett, listen, we met your mom in Vegas. Shout out to Ma Corbett. You know what I'm saying? Cool-ass people. Very, very sweet lady. My nigga, appreciate you. But 3 season injuries in a row, you got to go. Especially when you go in 2 weeks ago and you get a little sassy and a little attitude with the media because we want to talk about your injury history. And we want to make sure that you're straight. And then 2 weeks later, you fuck off and your bicep is torn. Hey, appreciate you, nigga. Going back to y'all's point, we should have went elsewhere with the draft pick in the second round. We should have, because we should have went center, or we should have went cornerback, or we should have went edge. But this team is completely fucking garbage, and the amount of holes on it is damn near nauseating if you look at it way too long. Jadeveon Clowney, not sure what happened from training camp to now.
He's a jack off, bro.
It is disgusting.
It pisses me off to watch him. I'm not gonna lie. Like I
just
somebody,
don't get it.
I told somebody that might be one of the worst offseason pickups we had this year.
I don't understand it, bro. I really don't understand it.
I tried to warn you.
I
tried to warn you
it,
specifically.
I don't understand it, bro. This nigga in training camp literally,
bro. He's never been that guy in his entire time in the NFL. He has never been that dude.
But he was serviceable last year.
He was serviceable opposite of a top edge rusher.
Who was the top edge rusher?
Or of a great defensive. Like, they had big boy in the middle. Matabuke. They also had I don't even know all of Baltimore's edges, but they're better than what Carolina has.
Let me just save you your breath, nigga. This nigga was playing beside one of the best defensive tackles ever, statistically, and he broke a record last year with Derek Brown, and he still won't own shit. So it's not even a help.
But it wasn't just
it's
one.
Just
it was,
a fucking
it was the
effort.
entire line of them. It was an
But
entire line.
It just gets you pissed off when you see a guy who wins as much as he does and don't do shit with it. Like literally. Like he will win and just piss down his leg.
Yeah, I've never in my life seen a guy that's been in the NFL for 10 years not be able to like mentally comprehend the fact that I have to tackle this guy.
It's nasty, bro.
It is very fucking frustrating, bro. It really pisses, and I think that I've done a really good job with controlling my emotions today. But it really fucking pisses me off. I feel like I have. I really do. I really do feel like I've done a halfway decent job. I haven't called anybody out of their name. I haven't done any of that.
That's about it.
Yeah,
but everything else.
Well, I feel like I've given a very strong effort. In my head, it's 100,000 times worse. It is literally 100,000 times worse in my head. So what y'all are getting right now, just be thankful that I'm not completely tweaked out. Because in our FPFO group chat, I told them niggas Sunday while I was watching the game, Monday will be my first fucking tweak out session of the NFL season.
And it's been a semi-tweak out.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I haven't gone all the way there. That means that we're making progress.
For the viewers.
The Carolina Panthers will not win another football game this season. It's unfortunate, it's sad, but it's just simply not going to happen. And to be quite frank with you, I don't know where we go from here.
Well, I just want to
sell everything.
Nice little bow on that whole segment with the fact that everything that you just described and alluded to with being a problem with the Carolina Panthers, whether it be a lack of preparation, whether it be a lack of effort, whether it be a lack of whatever, can all be directly correlated to the fact that this team has a lack of leadership. There is no leader. There's no true leader. Anywhere you look, currently suited up for the Panthers, there's not a real leader. You can say whatever you want about Shaq, but the leaders who were on the team when Shaq first came into the league had to get on his ass because of his lack of leadership when they came back around and told his ass to get on the ground and do them push-ups.
What was that, last year? 2 years ago?
Yeah, that's always been a problem that I've had with Shaq personally. There is no genuine leader. Derek Brown, not suited up, out of mind, out of sight. You feel Jadeveon Clowney was never going to be that guy. Adam Thielen was never going to be that guy. Unfortunately, these guys weren't drafted by the Panthers. They didn't have what it took to be that, step in and be that.
It was supposed to be Bryce. I can just stop you right there.
No, it was. It was supposed to be Bryce.
And niggas would just be on my top.
But even more so, it goes higher though. That lack of leadership stems all the way to the top with Dave Tepper because Dave Tepper is not a good leader.
I don't subscribe to that belief.
Because
for me personally,
you don't have to subscribe. I'm telling you what it is. It goes all the way to the
soft.
top.
I don't want.
Dave
like,
Tepper is a sorry leader. He's a sorry owner, and his personality is, from what I've seen, don't know the guy personally.
He's a fuck off, Tavian. Like we all, everybody that's watching this shit and sitting on this couch, we know that he's a fuck off.
It's
but
disseminating
at some
through
point,
the entire
or listen
organization.
to me, bro. At some point or another, niggas gotta hold themselves accountable. I'm sick and tired of this organization, niggas trying to find a fucking way out.
I'm telling you, it's not a way out. There's no leader. There is no leadership. You just have a bunch of guys with no sense of direction, no purpose.
And it stems
so
to me.
So who's going to take the accountability and be the leader?
To me, it stems from Bryce Young. But we don't even have to have that conversation.
Did you like the way he looked on Sunday?
No. He still looked like a fuck to me.
You didn't like
because the
pass?
First play, the nigga is fucking scrambling, sprinting out of the pocket, and there's nobody around.
But he did what after that?
Cool, nigga. Congratulations. And then what happened? Continue.
I don't
he had 2 or 3 phenomenal plays. That's outstanding. If you want us to give you a bitch to go suck your dick, then cool, we will. If you want us to beat you off, cool. Hey, that's no problem. Right? That's no problem. Nigga, listen to me. That's no problem.
You might be on
but
your
do
own
you
with
know
that.
where my issue comes in? What happened after that? Because niggas want to suck his cock for 2 great throws. Phenomenal. But at the end of the day, the drive still stalled out. And he still showed a lack of ability to execute when it fucking mattered in the red zone to punch the football in. So I don't know. He didn't look good to me. He didn't. Nigga gained 30 yards. Congratulations, bro. We'll send you a fucking jerk-off package. That's no problem. I'm sick and tired of it. That's why I say I just want him gone from my organization, bro. I want him gone.
You don't ever want to see him again?
No, I don't want to ever see him again. I don't want to ever hear his name again. Everything that has to do with Bryce Young, I want it completely gone. Everything.
You would
The worst trade in NFL history by far.
Would have hated to be in here Sunday because I had his jersey.
Yeah, because y'all had a fucking jerk off session together, a circle jerk, because a nigga completed a 23-yard pass.
No, but
when the
like,
game was fucking garbage time, completely out of control.
If you would have been here, bro, you would have tweaked. I mean, like when I tell you verbatim, down to the tone of our voice, we had the exact same reaction. Like when first it started with when he rolled out, we were like, same shit.
I was like, you go
again, same shit. And then he threw the pass. We was like, oh shit.
I was like, oh.
And you know what's funny to me?
Oh, he back.
and you know what's funny to me? That on Friday night when we go live, I get ridiculed because I just want to keep average talent around. This fan base, you're part of this is what my co-host told me. You're part of the problem. Actually, you're the main culprit for the problem because you like pushing narratives that we want to keep average talent around and we get hard-ons for average talent. But then you tell me that this nigga, as well as yourself, is having a fucking parade in the living room because he completed a 22-yard pass.
But
bro,
see,
he's back. He was never here, nigga. He was never here.
The reason that reaction came about was because we knew the type of content that we were about to get from you, from watching him come into the game and do what he did. We knew we were gonna get some great content out of you.
And he thought he got off by saying all of that.
Nigga,
really nobody ever left that game and was like, oh yeah, keep Bryce. Nobody.
But y'all just told me y'all's fucking dicks were hard because he completed a pass.
Because of the content, because we knew we would be able to get the narrative that maybe Bryce should get another shot.
And we just was dicking off because we had the same exact reaction.
Yeah.
Like the same exact reaction.
And that exact reaction was excitement because he completed a pass down 38-10.
JJ's about to
we needed some kind of excitement. The game was already shot. And we ain't seen shit exciting the whole game since the first quarter.
As that game went on, it was just like I started getting flashbacks of last season and thinking about all the long nights of recording when there was just nothing to talk about. And watching Bryce come back into the game to save the content was just, it gave me, I was semi-chubbed, I'm not going to lie.
and I got niggas in my phone tweaking out because he completed a pass. This nigga, Dylan. You know, just excitement.
COE.
Yeah, I mean, it's always COE. But in that same breath, it's just like, I just want him gone, bro. I just want him gone. Like, I damn near don't. If he retired from the NFL, cool. More power to him. The nigga, let him go be not externally motivated elsewhere. Shit. He's just
Tommy might retire.
Oh, my God. Lord have mercy. Oh, my God. Can I just say something? I just hate the way we get holed by the referees, too. Like, there's no way that's not a fucking personal foul. It's just not. There's no way that's not helmet to helmet. There's no way on the Andy Dalton pick to Jonathan Mingo it's not a PI. Like, that shit makes me sick, bro. That shit makes me sick. It pisses me off.
I actually like the hit, though. Because, like, I think he hit him more with his shoulder pad than he did his helmet. I encourage you to go watch that play again. I think it was a good hit because Tommy, the one, actually, he lowered his shoulder. What the fuck do you expect him to do in that?
Listen, don't get me wrong. I'm a football purist, nigga. I love when a nigga gets stretched. That's all we talk about is blue tint and stretched. I'm just mad that we didn't get the fucking call when I know somebody else would have.
Well, personally, if I was the ref, I probably would have looked the other way. I'd have been like, oh, shit.
So you would have been fanned out on that field.
Nigga, you just seen the way he got laid out. Like, he was literally, he went to sleep on impact.
And you want me to tell you when I knew, when I knew this team wouldn't be worth the fuck? Because ain't nobody on that other sideline lay down. Ain't nobody on that other sideline get fucking carted off. And so that's how I know that this team just don't got it. Because let me see one of my niggas stretch like that, and I promise to God the whole rest of the game I'm getting 15 yards. Every fucking play I'm in.
You only get two before they got to get you.
Well, it would have been two. It would have been two, and it would have been a full crash on, like number 13 from Alabama. It would have been full crash on, like J.C. Horn yesterday at the end of the game. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it.
George Pickens style?
Yeah. Fuck it. Mm-hmm. Cool. I don't give a fuck. And I would have stood over him just like bro did from South Carolina when he walked that nigga down. He let that shit sing. He beat a fucking clip on him. But that's what I know. Niggas on this team just don't got no heart. So maybe like Tavian said, it is a leadership thing. Maybe. Who am I to judge?
It is a leadership thing.
It's a pussy thing. Nigga soft as fuck.
You got a soft
Simple
leader.
as that. Yeah. Bryce Young.
Juice.
It's so funny how his energy has changed. Wasn't he just in here last week about to cry? Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
I can't be happy, bro. I had a good day at work.
No, I would prefer for you to be like sad and down on your dick like me.
Misery loves company. And can he tell you that? This man, you know, he started blowing my phone up this weekend, just like out of nowhere, and just started slandering us. And I was like, what the fuck?
This nigga lied, bro. He lied so bad.
I was like,
what
in the fuck? I was like, where did that come from? Because he just made a comment, and you know me, I like to joke around. I made a little jokey joke off of it. And then next thing I know, it's just like all hell broke loose, and he just starts going in. And then I see the score of the game and everything, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. JJ's lashing out right now because the Panthers are losing, and he's kind of salty, and there's nothing he can do about it.
This is all I said. Nothing about the Cowboys. I said, y'all's division is fucked. Just thought I'd let you know. Because Jaden Daniels was putting on a show.
No, you didn't say that. No, don't add any filler.
No. I was telling him to add context. All I said was y'all's division is fucked. Just thought I'd let you know. He responds, your team is fucked. And I said, I don't give a fuck. Yours is too, pussy. Shut the fuck up. And so he says, all right then, so ain't shit to talk about.
With a laughing emoji.
And then I said, so what? Actually, I need to skip past that one.
No, read it.
And I said, okay, so then why did you respond like a blank? And he said, everyone in here looks soft as fuck this year.
Because I didn't Eagles fan.
I said, I didn't request a response. Just sit back and listen sometimes, nigga. I always want to open your mouth.
So
how did I at any point say anything about the Cowboys? I didn't, right? I just said their division as a whole was
getting disrespectful. So I was like, okay, cool. So like, I was like, I get it though. Like, I understand why you're upset because you're watching a game right now where you're losing. But not only are you losing, you're also playing the Chicago Bears, who are the reason that your team looks like this. So it's like a double whammy. So I get the frustration, but you don't gotta bring me into it. Like, you don't gotta call me out my name. That's wild.
I didn't call him out of his name.
He can't even. What he called me, he can't even say on this podcast.
I said.
There you go.
For one, I didn't call him out of his name. I said, "Why did you?"
Excuse me.
I said, "Why did you respond like one?"
So no, he said. So why did you respond, comma, blank, question mark? So what is that?
Let me see if I. Oh, okay, yeah. No,
Very intentional.
I did. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
That's wild.
You're right. I take it. I don't take it back. I apologize. And I'm not even sorry. What was the shit that I was told? I'm not sorry. I apologize that you feel the way you felt about the comment.
Well, it's okay because I responded the way I did. I feel like I handled it very mature and professionally. I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I knew what he was going through. I understood. I put myself in your shoes. I empathized with you, and I was like, I'll let him have it for the day because he's very upset, and that's okay. I understand. DJ Moore was going fed. Caleb Williams looked good. Bryce Young couldn't even play, and you guys did all that, and I'm sorry. I was wrong. I shouldn't have even responded. It was my fault.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah, I got my juice ticket. I've been running cold, bro, so y'all do what y'all want with this shit. The Seahawks plus 7.5 against San Francisco, Thursday night football. I got over 52.5 for the Commanders and Ravens game. Gonna be a shootout, I think. I got Tampa Bay beating the Saints in New Orleans. I just think Tampa Bay is on a different level right now. We'll have a chance to see what the Saints look like tonight. Hopefully they get stretched. I have the Houston Texans beating New England. In New England, of course, the Patriots suck. I have the Colts beating the Titans. The Titans suck as well, and I think Joe Flacco, you put him in any situation, he's going to thrive. So there we go. It's like plus 12. Bear with me. Plus 12.88. Solid ticket. 5-leg.
Yeah. I'll give you that. That's not bad. We can go Dylan. Broncos to cover 7.5. Chargers versus Broncos under 44.5. Packers money line. Eagles minus 4.5. Panthers plus 17.5. There's no way that has to be an alt spread.
Yeah, I think so.
Commanders plus 10.5. That's also an alt spread. Jaguars versus Bears under 40.5 plus 1382. I think that ticket gets ran by like 4 legs. Tavian, you can go ahead.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
You're welcome, buddy.
So I dialed it back a little bit for y'all this week. We're only going to 7:05. I figured if we're gonna already handicap ourselves by doing these tickets a week in advance, damn near, picking predominantly money line, we might as well make it easy. So we're gonna take the Cincinnati Bengals money line versus the New York Giants. If the Cincinnati Bengals don't win, their season's over. I'm putting the house on them. The Atlanta Falcons, we're taking the Falcons over the Carolina Panthers money line. Need I say more? The Pittsburgh Steelers, we're taking the Steelers money line over the Las Vegas Raiders. Still don't think the Raiders are a good team. I think the Steelers are semi-competent occasionally. They should beat the Raiders. We're taking the Philadelphia Eagles over the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are an absolute joke of a franchise right now. I mean, Deshaun Watson has plagued that entire locker room. He has not been the same since he stopped getting his massages. No more magic. And we have the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. We are taking them to cover the over at 52.5.
Oh, you went soft too.
Very winnable,
plus
very
705.
doable. Yeah, very winnable, very doable. Mine is. Just to give some context, I just had to build my ticket on Terrence's phone. I have not put this in, but my app has been deleted. Friday night, I completely rammed Vegas. With Syracuse plus 4.5, Syracuse plus 5.5, Syracuse plus 6.5, Syracuse money line. I mean, when I tell y'all I stained the fuck out of them, I stained them. I stained them. Then I proceeded on Saturday and Sunday to put in 17 total tickets and lost every single one of them. 0 for 17. The app has been deleted off of my phone. I have left my betting group chat until I decide to return. So take this with a grain of salt. I'm running cold right now, so, I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all, but I think that this is very simple. 3 legs. Commanders to cover plus 6.5 against Baltimore. Tampa Bay money line against New Orleans. And LSU money line against Ole Miss. Ole Miss is soft as fuck to me. I don't believe in them. That is plus 757. Very simple. Only have to put 3 legs in. You get great odds. I'm sure that if you use the app that we use, a boost will be given at some point or another. So it seems very simple to me. Simple enough. Plus 757. 3 legs.
Not a bad week, fellas. Not a bad week. I think we'll all have some winners, except Dylan. Sorry, buddy. Ticket just wasn't good. But then again, you have the most wins.
Yeah, so. I mean, he does have the most wins, and I mean, I just don't know if the Panthers can cover 10.5 against the Falcons. So that was
17.5.
Oh, it's 17. Okay.
I don't know if they can cover that.
I mean, I think they can cover 17.
They will. I'm bullshitting.
You going to the game?
Unfortunately. I'll fly.
You going to the game?
Actually, yeah, actually, I need you to come to the game. I told you already.
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually fly out to Atlanta on tomorrow. When you guys see this on Wednesday. Going to kick it with my uncle for a couple of days, and then we're actually driving up to Charlotte. Saturday afternoon, probably gonna watch some college football, do whatever we do, and then Sunday we'll be tailgating a little bit, whatever the case may be. So you definitely should pull up, even if you don't go to the game. We have a 4:30 kick, so I mean, why not just come out there and get completely hammered for 6 or 7 hours, and then whatever you decide to do at that point, you decide to do. Seems like a halfway decent weekend to me.
We'll see.
Just don't plan on us winning or even being competitive. Or that's just...
So just go waste my money. True. Got you. Noted.
Pretty much.
That's like a $200-$300 a day.
Based on what?
Based on gas, based on drinks, based on the ticket, because I don't know if I can just sit outside the stadium and not go in. Based on drinks when I get in the stadium.
Hold on. Can we just go slow? Can we just go slow, please? Gas is going to cost you $25.
Gas prices are going up.
Yeah, I don't know where you got it.
Gas is going to cost you $25.
Have you gone to a pump around here?
$30 max to fill up.
It's like $3.57 a gallon.
It's going to be $30 max for you to fill up. Even if we say $35, cool. You get a case of beer, a 24-pack, that's going to run you $30, cool.
Okay, so we're at 60.
Okay,
and he said $200 to $300.
Okay, and this is how I'm going to get them down. his ticket is going to be like $25. So that's $85.
I don't know how that's
and
that
then
math
at
is.
that point,
Yeah, where are you getting the $25 ticket? Can I just
tick pick?
Okay.
I mean, just wait. Just wait. Buddy, listen to me. This season is over. Everybody knows it. You're going to be able to. We're actually doing a ticket giveaway soon, too. Just letting y'all know. Just giving y'all a heads up for y'all to be mentally prepared. It'll be maybe 3 or 4 weeks. I don't know. I'll give y'all an official time on that. But, I mean, they're practically giving them away.
I heard in Charlotte, if you go get a Bowberry, they give you they give you tickets with the Bowberry. Or that wasn't real?
I guess we'll look at some game stats very, very briefly.
Oh, okay.
And then we're about to get out of here very soon.
Got money to make. About to clip y'all. Both of y'all, matter of fact. I'm about to clip both of y'all
You ain't about to
tonight.
clip shit, boy.
Derek. I can't believe I slandered Derek Carr like that just to go and start him in a game like this.
Fanned out. Niggas don't stand on business.
But you know, this will be the exact reason why I slandered Derek Carr. Now let him go out and be the Derek Carr that I think he is. And that's exactly why the bitch gets slandered. Because the one time I decided to trust him, that's what he do.
Dak would have won. You the game.
Dak and Rico would have had that shit sealed, signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yep. Just imagine if Jonathan Taylor played and Jared Goff signed, sealed, and delivered.
Clipped.
Yeah, right.
Andy Dalton, 18 to 28, 136 yards and an interception. Chuba Hubbard, 18 carries for 97 yards once again.
13.
Or, 13. My apologies. Need a new prescription. 13 carries for 97 yards, a touchdown, 7.5 yards per carry. I mean, I let me just not even do it, bro. Jalen Coker led the team in receptions, led the team, yes, actually in receptions and yards, 4 catches for 68 yards. Unfortunately, Jonathan Mingo, thank you for your services, but you're on the block as well. 2 catches for 37 yards from him. Deontay Johnson completely MIA, 3 catches for 23 yards. Defensively, Trevin Wallace had 15 tackles. That shit doesn't budge me simply based on the fact that when I turned the film on, he looked completely lost at times. The effort wasn't there at times. Really just pissed me off. But shout out to him for starting his NFL career. First start in the NFL with 15 tackles. Shout out to you, little bro. Keep up the good work. Get into your playbook a little bit more. And no fucking down and distance as a middle linebacker, green dot. Who else to note? J.C. Horn, 6 tackles. A PBU. Shy Tuttle, 6 tackles. X, 7 tackles. Ashawn Robinson, minimal impact this week, 4 tackles. And Jadeveon Clowney, 2 tackles. And then we have niggas like LeBron Ray, T. Smith, whoever that is, Shaw Smith-Wade.
Charles Harris had a sack.
Shout out to your boy.
No, I can't stand him.
But the names that I just referenced, they're out there getting cardio. Along with the whole D-line. Time of possession, 26 minutes to 33 minutes. Advantage Chicago. Total yards, 424 to 292. Advantage Chicago. 296 to 172 passing yards. Advantage Chicago.
Damn, we turned the ball over 3 times.
Yep. And that's where you lose the game. I mean, this is why I fuck with Dave Canales, because he's actually simplified the game even more for the average fan. Because all you have to do, literally, if you go to turnovers, red zone efficiency, and third down efficiency, it'll literally tell you who won or lost the game. Every single time.
Yep.
Every single time. 3 turnovers for the Carolina Panthers, 0 for the Chicago Bears. I just had the shit. Where is it? Damn it, I just had it, bro. There we go. My apologies. The Carolina Panthers had 14 first downs. I think at one point or another, like towards the end of the first half, we only had 3 first downs. like the whole first half. If I'm not mistaken, that was the time that happened. Third down efficiency. Do you have the third down efficiency? Oh, yeah, here it is.
3 for 12.
3 for 12, 4 for 11. Advantage Chicago. And they don't have the red zone efficiency up here.
Yes, they do.
Do they?
Red zone, 0 for 2 in the red zone. They were 3 for 4.
Yep. Oh, I see it here. And 4 penalties for 18 yards for us, 5 for 46 for them. But like I said, if
2 of those penalties prevented by too many people on the field.
Yep.
So that's just a dumbass penalty. 2 dumbass penalties.
Absolutely. You look at the turnovers, you look at third down efficiency, you look at red zone efficiency, it's going to tell the story every single time. It's going to tell the story every single time. Start the game off, what do we punt? And then we forced a punt, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Chuba Hubbard busted a 38-yard run. Offensive line continues to look like one of the best in the NFL by far. Chuba Hubbard continues to be one of the most efficient running backs in the NFL. And I'm willing to say one of the best running backs in the NFL right now. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is or what anybody has to say about it. He's top 5 right now, running backs in the NFL. I don't care. So he does that, busts that run, and then shit just completely goes downhill from that. We get a Tommy Tremble stretched. We get an Andy Dalton. We get a Chuba fumble. We get defense first point of contact, 4 yards down the field. Caleb Williams literally, honest to God, at times looked like he was in the middle of a walkthrough, just based off of the lack of movement that we forced him to have in the pocket. It really was embarrassing. At times, it seemed like he had 8 or 9 seconds to throw the football. And unfortunately, when you have that amount of time to throw the football, what's going to happen is you're going to have these miscommunications like we spoke about in the first 45 minutes of the podcast. What's going to happen is your secondary that already is subpar, that currently has a starter, my apologies, thank you, that currently has a starter that you brought in 1 week prior to the season starting, a part of it. A secondary that has a starting safety in Jordan Fuller on IR already, etc., is going to be exposed. And unfortunately for the Carolina Panthers, that's what we saw on Sunday. Lack of pass rush that everybody on this cast multiple times, my producer, co-host, myself, multiple times have talked about the lack of pass rush, have talked about the lack of edge rushers and the lack of interior pressure. And we said, what was this week after we played Gardner Minshew, and I was turned up, voice gone, Tavian was sitting in his seat, Terrence was sitting right there. We said, everybody be excited about the win, but understand that there are problems, and the biggest problem of them all is the fact that we get no pass rush. We proceed to get torched by Joe Burrow, and then we proceed to get torched by this year's number 1 overall pick in Caleb Williams. That's literally it. As far as other comments on the game, I really don't know if I have any, bro. It was really, for me personally, just a lot of frustration Sunday.
DJ Moore had him a day. I wonder where he came from.
I mean, or does he still have you fanned out even more now?
I mean, I just think that he's just shown, when you used to hate on him all the time, and I used to tell you he's a great receiver, and you just continue to shit on his name, I think he's continued to prove that throughout his career.
My point was never that he wasn't a good receiver. My point was that he was soft as shit. That was always my point. And then the final year he was here, I actually commended him for continuing to produce, for taking a developmental step and being a leader. All of that occurred on wax.
Yeah, it took you a long time to come around, but you did eventually come around.
His last season that he was here, absolutely. I mean, I don't knock the player that DJ Moore is now. I hated who he was before. Every single time he got touched.
Did y'all make him? Y'all made him?
Did we make him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how to answer that question.
I just wanted to see if you were going to say, yeah, hell yeah, we made that nigga. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Not particularly. When you look at the quarterback carousel that he had to deal with for his whole career, the fact that he was still able to eclipse 1,000 yards damn near every time he was a part of this organization, an organization that is completely dog shit, incompetent.
Would you rather have him or Deontay? crazy that you're actually
probably
thinking about
DJ.
This.
Yeah, probably DJ. Probably DJ. I think that's probably the only correct answer. Though I don't believe that Deontay Johnson is as bad or as average as you and him feel. I think Deontay Johnson is actually an outstanding receiver. But as we saw yesterday, DJ Moore just accepts the challenge a little bit better. A little bit better. You have DJ Moore go up against J.C. Horn. He puts dick in him. You have Deontay Johnson go up against Jalen Johnson, and he withers. So, I mean, just strictly off of a mentality standpoint, give me the nigga that is going to look the motherfucker across from him in the eye and tell him, nigga, you may be top 10, 15, whatever you think you are, but you cannot hold my jock. And it's just that simple. So, yeah, just based off of that alone, give me DJ. I just get so tired of soft shit, bro. Like, honestly, I get tired of soft shit. Like, I need a nigga like a George Pickens. Like, honestly, I told Yak the other day that we need to go draft number 13 from Alabama. Because I know his draft resume is going to be completely fucked off. Because completely unprofessional, you know what I'm saying? Just like that, it's just for the football purists, niggas are going to hate that. Mm-hmm. What he pulled on Saturday. But for a nigga like me, I love it. Certified crash out that's not rap tight. Already CTE brewing.
Yeah, I mean, you'd rather dial it back than dial it up, for sure.
Thank you.
You'd definitely rather
I'd rather
dial it
have to
back
grab a
than dial
nigga
it
by his face mask and be like, bruh, chill. Then nigga, give me something. Right? That to me, if we're talking about the NFL, like I just shouldn't have to see you jogging like I did Trevin Wallace on that screenplay. I damn near wanted to smack the taste out of his mouth on that play in particular. It was just a lot. I was very disgusted on Sunday, but I really have no other game notes just because, you know.
I have one.
There's just so much. And everybody asked me during the offseason, was I going to do film breakdown and all of this shit. The exact reason why I didn't immediately start doing it was simply the reason that we're in right now, or the predicament that we're in right now. Because I knew in the back of my head, to a certain degree, that there was a slim chance that the Carolina Panthers season ended like this, and I'm just big on consistency. So I'm just elated that God didn't lead me in the direction to start doing film breakdowns, because I would have just immediately halted them after what I experienced yesterday. But shout out to Dunk. That's why I give that nigga credit all the time, because even with all of that, he's still doing his breakdowns. Go subscribe to his Patreon right now. What is your game note?
That really, it was piggybacking off of what Terrence said about DJ Moore. That game was like eerily reminiscent of when Steve Smith went to Baltimore and put Cock in the Carolina Panthers that following year too. That was like the same vibe that I got. I think I damn near saw him run one of the same routes too. and
very possible.
Like it very
very
like it looked very similar. I was like, wow, this is definitely giving Steve Smith vibes. So that was.
I was cheering for Steve Smith that game more so than I was DJ Moore, though, just as a Panthers fan.
Yeah, Steve Smith meant a little bit more. Respect, all due respect to DJ, but Steve Smith definitely meant more to the franchise than DJ Moore did.
And what DJ do when he got in the end zone? Threw a grenade and blew this bitch up.
Yeah, he did.
I was like,
you were really going through it. You were really going
What
through
do you
it.
mean?
I just know the emotions of just watching all of that, and just like just the psychological effect of knowing like they beat you. That was a complete matter of fact, that was a complete win from the Chicago Bears. They beat the front office won, the players on the field won, the coach like top to bottom, the training staff won. I mean, everybody
every single time I turn on my screen, I see niggas dropping like flies. And I'm gonna tell y'all this too. And this is the last thing that I'm gonna say, right? Okay, so we can move on. I know we're going. Are we going to the bar?
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. 8:30.
Pray today.
You're insane. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. If I even get the sense, because I've done a very good job with not attacking people personally, and trying to be politically correct and doing the right thing.
Here you go.
But I'm going to go ahead and say this, and this is Jeremy and Jeremy alone. If I get the sense that niggas start acting hurt because they don't want to play on Sundays, I'm airing everybody the fuck out. And all of that personal PC shit goes out of the window. Luckily, I don't believe anything like that happened yesterday, except for with DJ Johnson. but I'm gonna give him a pass because Jadeveon really got fucked off. X really got fucked off. Austin Corbett, torn shit. Taylor Moton, I felt like his streak was coming to an end just based off of the amount of vet days he was getting. Every single week he's on the injury report. So I understood his injury as well.
And Tommy
but if
Tremble.
Tommy Tremble, Jesus Christ, he's
you
like
didn't
the
even
man.
have to mention
I just want to make sure we hit everybody.
He's literally, no facts, thank you. He's literally, he's the least of my worries. He ain't acting for shit. My God. Lord have mercy.
Hell of a job.
Yeah, no cap.
Hell of a job.
But everybody else, I'm just warning everybody now, bro. And I think we've done a very great job as a podcast with the personal attacks and stuff like that. I really, really do. And me specifically. But if I feel like niggas start acting soft, it's going to piss me the fuck off even more. It really is. It really is. And I'm going to be calm for the rest of the night.
What happened to DJ Johnson? I really did. I didn't see it, bro.
Listen, bit, bro. I didn't either. But for some reason, I see his fucking name pop up on the injury report.
What?
I don't even fucking know. I don't even remember. I just know that I just thought in my head, nigga, you didn't do shit for you to be hurt. And another thing that's going to piss me off, too, is that motherfucking ping pong table. Every single
What's up with you
Monday,
and this ping pong table,
bro,
dog?
every single Monday, I listen to these fucking locker room interviews, especially when we get cocked like we did on Sunday, and I got to hear that fucking ping pong during the fuck. That shit pisses me off, bro. Why are we in the locker room doing anything besides fucking football after you just got fucking abused?
That's
it
why.
pisses me off. And I'm trying, and like I said, bro, I think I did a phenomenal job today. I really do. Y'all may not feel that way, but for me internally, I feel that way.
I sent you a good closer if you want to bring the vibes up a little bit.
If it's going to get the YouTube video restricted, then I'm not playing it. And if it's an ass song, I'm not playing it.
I don't know if it'll get the video restricted. Couldn't tell you.
Terrence,
but I
do
feel
you
like
have
it's
anything
fitting. You
to
see
say?
the title of it?
Terrence, do you have anything to say, buddy?
Not really. The team is just, I called this. Like, I don't want to say I told you so, but, I kind of did.
And that's weird. That's
Like,
the same thing where I had to check niggas about taking victory laps about Bryce Young.
No, it's not the same thing. Like, I came in here and was like, stop with the optimistic shit. The team is ass. Like, we're ass. And no. We're this, we're that. Like, 10 games, like, all of this other bullshit. I tried to tell niggas.
I would still have that stance if my whole team wasn't fucking hurt. If 40% of my starters wasn't hurt, I would still feel the same way.
I would.
And I would tell y'all something, too, and y'all might think that I'm crazy, and both of y'all might think that I'm crazy, but the vibe of this team is different when Sam Franklin is fucking healthy and playing. Simple as that. I save your opinions. Niggas, and nobody even respond.
They'll be saved.
Actually. Yeah, actually, nobody even respond. Nobody even say shit. I'm just telling y'all something.
You didn't say shit that warranted a response. You're good, big dog. Go ahead and close us out.
No, I'm letting my co-host get his shit off. My apologies.
Bro, I'm just
you wanted to take a victory lap because you told me so.
I'm not trying to take a
Congratulations.
victory lap. I'm just saying, like,
We'll go to the massage parlor.
You should have listened. Like, that's it.
Do you actually know you don't have anything else to say?
Nope. Good. You don't got to speak for me, though. I'm good.
You're right. My apologies. I'm sorry.
It's growth. I accept your apology.
Fuck you. MVP?
Chuba.
DJ?
DJ who?
More.
Oh. It's supposed to be for the Carolina Panthers.
He was. Could have been.
All right. Don't worry about it. Jalen Coker. Get an opportunity, you make the most of it. Shout out to Chuba, though.
Can I say Bryce?
My whole thing is, no, you can't. You can't.
I see he left him off the stat sheet when he was reading out the stat. He seen who that second leader rusher was.
Can't give him credit for being resilient. Stepping in,
1 carry for 8 yards, and 4 for 7, 58 yards. No touchdowns, and no interceptions. Congratulations.
Not a bad day. Not a bad day at the office.
And one bitch taking. Never mind. See, I shouldn't even.
It's all right, Bryce. She was for everyone.
Yeah.
She's a thought. Yeah. Don't never let these hoes don't never let them do you that bad, nigga. Don't fuck this whole done did your whole life in because your mental won't right. But then again, when I hear beta comments like I'm not externally motivated, then I just I just kind of stop listening.
Bryce, he be just as down bad when this shit happens to him. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, pimp.
Honestly just isn't true.
Keep chugging along.
What did I? What it was? 48 hours. I was down bad one time. Literally one time.
That shit was pathetic.
Actually, I've been down bad twice in my life. I've been down bad recently one time.
That song?
And I talked to this nigga literally the whole time I was working. What was that shit like? Fucking 9 or 10 hours, bro. When I was working with Amazon.
That shit. This nigga, yeah. I don't have no words for that.
Embarrassing.
If you would have just seen the way he was acting in Zaxby's. Like me and Jake.
Oh, no, that was like, damn. So it's been like 3 times.
Yeah, like I said, Bryce. It happens, pimp.
Yeah, that was like 3
Just got to keep on.
I forgot. I wasn't even thinking about that situation.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm talking about that situation. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't say shit to you, Bryce.
I would never. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna say this with all literally as serious as possible. If I was in the NFL, a hoe could never do shit to me. I would never be buzzed, especially if I was QB1. Bitch, you should have chose up.
She chose Tyrese Maxey.
I was about to say, I think she
more
did.
money.
She did. Touche. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Atlanta at home next week. We will have our game preview on Friday Night Live. Not sure what time we'll go. I don't know if we have a guest yet or not. But other than that, yeah, appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on, follow us on socials. I didn't even plug our shit earlier. But yeah. Why are you staring at me?
I'm a P, baby. No, I'm not afraid
Waiting
of
for
you.
you to be quiet.
Just hear my shit, yeah, and be offended too. But still wanna fuck hoes, so bring your pussy through.
Trash
Disrespectful
ass
on
song
the mic
he
like
wanted
I'm
me to
easy
upload.
Bombtown, baby. Yeah, the home of the
Well,
funky
I mean, it would have been good if you would have let the first part roll,
from
because it
Wallaby.
fit perfectly with what we
I got
just
Larry
closed
in
with.
this bitch. She in a 5.0. I'm in a 4. Hit a switch, running up a bag, nigga, like you thought I hit a lick. Just